I have here the signs of your nationality penny, no, wait, your quarter, your wheat plants, your all of this is on the United States dime as well, quarter. So super peso holds it holds a lot of value because it's like the one of a bit of everything. It has a bit of everything. This is a super peso. Super peso is a supreme. Hold on. Super peso is a supreme our average dime, our average quarter, our average everything. So this is where it begins. The government started off yerba buena. Government started from sales, actual sales of what they're against now. They began with the gold nugget. They would call that a weed that they would put inside alcohol to sell. And so when Robert Frost or whatever, the fourth time he went to go score, he learned that the way that we would make money was pretty different than average folks. So the money was made off of sales, and they used to call it yerba buena. So and then we formed a covenant. Covenant became government. So that way there was nobody that was able to be like a little bit more richer or poorer, but we were all aiming to make money however we could back then. Now that over time we come to different kind of agreements. It's not in the Bible that's saying that you can't like do a lot of things that the government currently says, but if the government doesn't run off of God, a government cannot try to play God. And so going forward, the 10 laws would be the 10 Catholic basic commandments. And those are the basic rules for life. Right here in this, somebody was over here with the mindset of a drug person, right? So they went and they tried to confiscate all of that so that they could be the way that we once rolled. Like, because it was like the movie Scarface, how the Godfather, he kind of was a drug dealer or whatever, right? So that's how they try to pertain it here. And then they try to make it in some areas that it was going to be against the law, but no laws, I don't think were ever in the Ten Commandments or in the Bible, to tell you the truth. So that's not even valid for people to be on that part. So here's where we're at. On this dime right here, this is like a super peso, super bit a bit. No, I have super bit a bit. That one went to Canada like a few years ago. Couple within these 5 years, a lot of changes have been made. But if you look at this dime, look at the symbols, and then if you look at the new quarters, you'll see that they've changed. These should never change. There's a wheat plant symbol here. Then there's the American and Mexican eagle. So this is like a first trade. We got $2 right here. We got symbols. These are part of the bits, a bit of everything. It was mistaken when they put a 9 on the what it's worth. They were supposed to put a 0, not a 9. So it's supposed to be worth $2, not with a 9, so that it could be misaligned. Since that error, everything has not been worth the same equal value. So $2 right here should mean $2 over there. Instead, the mistake had an error, and that's where the currency and the peso are misaligned. So that needs correction immediately. And these all have to be fixed by August 16th, because August 18th is a new day on the stocks. the policies are going to change, and we don't want anything private. We want to be more public in it. We're going to be an individual process going forward. So when we came here, we didn't have to use food stamps to understand that it was okay to slaughter your meat here, and the reason why, and then you could feed your family or whatever, however you did. So they raised us here. We're born here. Hi, happy birthday. They raised us here, and then so tortillas were like our big thingy, and that's where you get that wheat plant too. We start off in Alto, Texas. That way we can start making sure that the words are permanent as we go forward. We don't want to have any more errors of the past to continue. And so when we came here, we our grandparents used to feed us with the flour tortillas, and then the way we cooked is that we had our ways to cook the meat in like what they call a backyard thingies. So we would make our own pits to cook, and that's how we ate good. So the the cattle and stuff used to come from the areas like early March. There was a lot of land here. Nothing's ever been established, and when the ranch was sold, there was never the rules never were said like what you can do here and what you cannot. So nobody knows that only few own land here, and this is something that everybody knows about. It will go down to only one and per family, and then the family, even the black people have the same traditional understanding of what the land is. So as we move forward, we're going to have to start discussing that, and we're going to have to start discussing the water and how it needs to stay in El Rio Grande. There should be not nobody taking from that. That's the main water source. Just leave it there, and don't change that name, because the aqueduct is one of the famous places that we all used to go to as well. Um, so these things should never change, and you guys need to get the maps right already too, because going forward, we're gonna have to have these things established and understood by all. This is not for anybody to leave the country, and it's for my understanding and my thing that each individual person has their own ethnicity, has their own background of their own history. This is not always an ancestry thing. This is a this is a real thing that we're gonna have to be talking about as we move forward, because in February 16th, 1959, El Rio Grande and McAllen, Texas are still Mexico. So I have that on file. I have an actual document that says that. Nothing ever says Hidalgo on there. If anything, they mixed it up for Ya Llegué, and that means I'm here. So we're gonna do our works here. There was an agreement that everybody marched on. If How about this? If any person is not born on that ground, then that means that they're an immigrant. So that'll include the white people too. So if you're born in Texas, or if you're born in Arkansas and you come over here, then you're considered an immigrant too. So you have to have your paperwork right as well. Nobody has a document that says American, so all of that stuff is irrelevant, because this is a new process. Is very vital. When you ask who is who, it's the Health Organization, vital, and we need to start getting more into the health web book. I got that already. So going forward, we're gonna have to be talking about natural ledesas, natural deaths, and what's gonna be against the law. But right now, we need to start removing everything that's gonna made to harm us and what's not good for this world. Because as we go forward, you guys need to realize that you're safe because you're here. Obviously, God has you here for a reason, and if you're not in jail, then that's good. That should be something that you should be grateful for today, and work with it, accept that. And today's a new day, that today is not going to be the same like last time, because we're going forward and we're getting ready for August 16th, August 18th policies that are going to be more public, and there will be no stealing. So we want everything to be, I don't think in here at this time was anything was native, or it wasn't native, or what else. We're not all that. That's why it's important to remove that also from the American part. Native is not what built America. It's about everybody, every nationality, and America's not a nationality. It's first name understanding. So we want all to have everything 100% true and correct from here on, and that'll be all. I think it's irrelevant to be having things put on them, because at the end, it's going to be bad if everybody finds out, and we might as well just fix that now so that we all could be on one understanding. Because if anything, that would be Russia and Alaska's thing that they'd have to be fixing as well, because that part is the real true America part. Right here, the Americas, it's for all nationalities, and with that missing letter S, it's very important that the wording's on point from here on. Um, just because of that, we don't have any more misunderstandings. Even Hispanic Latino, we wrote that wrong, and we need to fix it now so that we could avoid the future things that are going to be happening. So that way we can be 100% true. That will be America for you. If any product, any product is ever um, sold or left out to any production, you guys already know that you guys are supposed to have everything 100% true and correct. Nothing should be an error. And that's not, it's not, it's a quality issue. All quality control should have caught this. So maybe it was a good thing that I got fired on time so that I can talk about these things as we're going to pursue the efforts to go forward on everything. All quality control should never let a error happen, and a quality control should know better. All quality control have failed. Yesterday it was rejected everything. I don't know if you guys know, but yesterday I rejected everything due to there's so many errors. It's come to 100% error. Even the software's in error. So we want to move forward to a 100% true and correct thing without anybody having to rob us anymore. So after today, or August 18th, that day is going to be whenever it's going to be that you guys either have to have everything in order, and or you're going to have to go to jail for robbing. Yeah, I think that's enough time to let you guys know now. That way, we can work towards a future, and then like if in the future there's any issues, just know that whenever there's something that blocking us from getting ahead, that there's something there that shouldn't be there. It needs to be fixed immediately. So, as for this call, I also want to call on being the top quality control head person here for the areas of Early Mart, Delano, Rich Grove, because of the fact that there's too many errors. Everything was rejected yesterday, and I'm sorry, it's not my job to do this, but because I'm not part of any special companies, I'm gonna do it. And because I need 100% true on my background as well, everybody does. And we're coming in. I'm an individual. I'll be doing this, and I already got the decrees ready. I will be posting those soon. Thank you.